We all struggle with anxiety from time to time, but when it starts to take over your life, you can't just let that happen. Relationship anxiety destroys many great relationships. I've had years of therapy and coaching, and I've learned a lot of things the hard way, made a lot of mistakes, and had a lot of suffering. I don't want you to suffer like I did and learn the hard way. One thing you can either accept right now or learn the hard way is that nothing is certain, especially in matters of the heart. These days, especially with technology, infidelity is very easy to carry out. There are even apps and websites just for people to cheat on their partners. Anyone, even a dummy with only half a brain cell left, could probably carry out infidelity and not get caught. There's no real way to know if your partner has been faithful to you or not. Being in a relationship involves risk and vulnerability. And to have a relationship, you have to accept that you might get your heart broken. Being with your partner has to be worth that risk to you. Trust takes time to build. But in the meantime, you have to act like you trust your partner and give them the benefit of the doubt unless some hard evidence of them doing something shady pops right in front of you. Don't go searching for evidence. Don't go searching through their phone and trying to find something, because that will just ruin your relationship. Hopefully your partner won't do anything shady and this will never happen to you. But if you do see something, the first thing you should do is have open and honest communication about your concerns. Start with telling your partner how what you saw made you feel, and then after that, ask what their side of the story is. I have detailed instructions on how to have an open and honest conversation in my previous video, so you can revisit that to ensure that you have a fruitful dialogue with your partner instead of screwing the situation up more. Agreeing to clear boundaries in a relationship can effectively reduce relationship anxiety. And if either person in the relationship is still on dating apps, posting thirst traps on social media, still in contact with their ex, or doing any other sort of shady behavior, no amount of positive thinking will take away your anxiety. So you have to agree on what's appropriate and what's no longer appropriate within the context of a committed relationship. You have to remember that your partner probably had many other options available before they met you, especially with online dating and all the technology that's available nowadays, but they chose you. Try and remember and reflect on all the kind things your partner does for you and how they pursued you, and stop thinking about worst case scenarios. Remember, your thoughts shape your words, actions, and reality. And any assumption, when persisted in, hardens into fact. When you think of the good parts of your relationship, you will get more of those things. And when you think of worst case scenarios, you are only attracting what you fear into your life. Every time a thought of your partner being unfaithful pops into your mind, you have to realize that even though you can't choose what kind of thoughts come into your mind, you do have the power to reject those thoughts and not keep thinking them. The enemy does not want you to have true love. So he sends negative, intrusive thoughts into your head to try and destroy the love that God has sent into your life. When you get intrusive thoughts, remember where they are coming from and refuse to hold on to them. At these times, replace the negative thoughts with different thoughts, like your spirituality, purpose, passions, and hobbies. The fact is that the only entity that you can fully trust to love you unconditionally is God. God should be who you pedestalize, not your partner. When you put someone on a pedestal, you will automatically become unattracted to them, and it's a conscious choice you will have to make. You need to pull your partner off the pedestal and instead live as equals that complement each other. But don't go into a relationship trying to complete each other, because you both have to be complete and love yourselves first to have a healthy relationship. Relationships are about serving each other and meeting each other's needs. Not because you feel like you're forced to or that you have to, but because you want to. And that type of relationship is interdependent. You should not confuse interdependence with codependence, which is toxic and will stop any real happiness and satisfaction in your relationship. The only thing that was able to soothe my anxiety and calm down my restless mind has been spirituality and building my relationship with God. When you learn to trust God, know that He loves you, He wants you to be happy, He has a great plan for your life, and that He will pay you back with interest for all of your suffering, your anxiety will start to fade away. You must give your anxiety to God to handle, and He is the only one that can give you the strength that you need to do the work to heal. You can't expect one day, after some prayer and affirmations, that your anxiety will magically disappear. If you spent 24 years making an anxious mess of your life, it's silly to think that you can clean up that mess in 24 hours. Healing from anxiety, past hurts, and years of intrusive thoughts happens slowly and only with consistency, effort, and faith in God. When you practice the methods and mindset that I've described in this video faithfully, you will feel a little bit better every day. You have to consider your mind to be like your home. If you leave it a mess with keeping all the garbage from your past and not taking it out to the dumpster, eventually that garbage will pile up and start stinking, making you uncomfortable in your own skin and making the people around you want to run away from you. If you have let a mess pile up in your mind for years, it's going to take more than a day to clean it up. But you have to be persistent, filling 1 or 2 garbage bags a day and making gradual progress. As the days go by, your mental home will become cleaner and cleaner, and you will become better and more efficient in the cleaning process, building momentum to a future with less anxiety. Celebrate your small wins and reward yourself when you are able to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Have open and honest conversations with your partner. Set clear boundaries and build up your spirituality and relationship with God. Every day you make the right choices is a victory, and you should absolutely celebrate your victories. I love you all. I know you can beat your anxiety, and I appreciate all of your love and support, and I will be talking to you soon. Love you guys.